This week we're going to focus a little bit on the topic about production egg and a little bit into large scale egg. And is it good for the animals? And is the system broken? What happens if it does break? And then how do you handle it and improve it and make it better? I hope you find the answer meaningful and you take away some information that will help you see things in a new light regarding production and large-scale egg. At any job, you do what you can, but you always want to do better. So again, that's why I love these questions, because we should always want to do better. And one of the main driving forces that help us to do that is technology. It's moving so rapidly, and including agriculture in that. So we can have cameras in the barn where animals are sick, giving birth, maybe in quarantine, and we can see these animals in real time. Some farmers still do this, going out to the barn every hour and checking on those animals during calving. Some people would sleep in the barn all night long with their animals. So technology with the camera, we can pull up on our phones, we can have sitting in our kitchens. We can leave the farm and still be able to see what's going on in our barns. We also know their nutritional and medical needs. And if we don't treat them right, we don't have a good product for the consumers. And feeding people is our end goal, whether it's a crop or an animal product. Egg production is a chain. One is dependent on the other. And we saw this happen during COVID, especially in the pork industry. Because when you take a piece out of that puzzle, the whole thing is disrupted. Many pigs had to be euthanized because the packaging plants shut down in many states. So farmers had all these pigs ready to go to market. And pigs are very, very fast growers. They can go to market in like 6 months. Because they're in a barn, they need to be farrowing, then go to the nursery, then go to the finisher, then either go back into production and go back to the mating end, or they get shipped out and go to your pork products. The gestation period of a pig is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So if we stop breeding pigs because the packaging plant shut down, we still have pigs from 3 months ago that are bred and ready to go into the farrowing crate. So a simple answer from everyone outside of egg was, we'll stop breeding the pigs. We can do that, but that's not going to take effect till 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days down the road when they're not going to have their piglets. So we still have this problem for another 3 months. Well, by then, the packaging plants, we were hoping, are going to be back open, and we had an experience where there was no pork, no meat on the shelf. But what happens if we stop breeding pigs? Because then in 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, there isn't going to be baby pigs born. And in 4 months down the road after that, where's the meat going to be on the shelf when everything's back opened up and people are needing pork products? So you can't just stop breeding an animal and assume that it's going to fix the problem. And so many people didn't stop because, like right now, again, we wouldn't have meat on the shelf if people would have stopped breeding animals. If something is broken, farmers and ranchers are going to be the first to figure out how to fix it. We can't affect what happens in the transportation industry. We can't help what happens in the grocery store. We can only help what happens on our farms and ranches. But what happens down the line affects us as farmers and ranchers. We all have to make sure that the system doesn't get broken. But again, national pandemics, out of our control. So we just do the best we can in those situations and try to make something good out of something bad.